Yo, we're talking about the Madam Web trailer today. Yo, what is this? Bro, I do not like Sony. And they've been dick riding on Marvel the past couple of years with It's Morbin time. Madam Web, this shit look kind of cool, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hate and act like this ain't something. It looks mad cheap. Looks like the Flash. The whole vibe of it seems cool. They're definitely feeding into a specific audience, and it's not necessarily the Madam Web audience. Spoiler alert, though, there isn't really a Madam Web audience. So what's funny about this movie is that the reason they're really making it is to set up everything. Sony, like I said, been dick riding on Marvel, and they own Spider-Man. Now, every Spider-Man movie that you've seen since Toby has been Sony, right? Marvel started to blow up, and then Sony started Spider-Man, and they just can't make a movie for their fucking life. So they started making movies with Marvel. That's why you see the Marvel associated, you know what I'm saying? Because they're in collaboration, but really it's a Sony directed and led by their studio project. This trailer actually doesn't look bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Out of all of the, I don't want to say patronizing, but like, you know, all the targeted, very specific targeted audience that are not necessarily of the comic book genre, but you're trying to broaden an audience and rope 2, 3, 4 different people, audiences who probably wouldn't be necessarily interested in this, to rope them in instead of making it for the people who actually are interested in this and making the best version of that and letting their word of mouth spread, and then be like, damn, okay, I'll go see it, and having them drag people to the theater just like they did with Marvel, the real Marvel. You know, they just be trying to force shit. So I haven't been a real fan of Sony, not because they force shit, but because it just doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Because if it came out well, I wouldn't hate. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this story seems cool enough where it's doable enough. It makes sense to make a Madam Web story movie, and this is the origin of their entire universe. Madam Web, if you don't know, is like this old ass lady in a spider chair, and she literally just is supposed to be like a plot device for Spider-Man, Peter Parker, to go between dimensions and multiverses and shit like that, and she's just like the hub.
Have you forgotten that I have been preparing you this long while for the most important battle of your life?
I remember all of my encounters with you, Madam Web. I want nothing to do with you.
You know what I'm saying? And she allows him to bum. This is a cool little origin to see, you know what I'm saying, where she starts. I feel like she's gonna end up like that. She gonna end up in the chair. You feel me? She gonna be like that at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I think this is a cool little jump start, and it is like, you know what I'm saying, like for what Sony does, trying to rope people in and create different audiences and do a whole different thing. Like, I think that it's cool that they did this. Madam Web doesn't have a lot of lore behind her to begin with, and I think taking a character like her that's just lesser known, and they're able to make it their own and able to end it how we still know it to be, and then create their entire universe that they want to make. These niggas on some multiverse shit. There's Marvel on some multiverse shit. But, you know, we gon' see. I don't know who this villain is. I don't know if they really... It doesn't seem like they really talked about Spider-Man, or if it... I don't know, came off even really Spider-Man at all. In this, but I wonder what's gonna be like in the movie. I wonder what the movie's gonna be like, how it's gonna feel. I think the vibe of the movie's gonna be fine. I think the story may not be super tight, but it might be entertaining enough to let it go. Will that suffice enough to set up an entire universe? I hope so. For their sake. But this could also just be hot ass and just incoherent. I think that we'll have a fun time with this movie, and the ending will tell what their little universe has to hold. I think, like, in terms of success or failure, I think it's going to be kind of apparent with the direction, and I wouldn't say this is the success of this movie, but the success of the story. So, hey, we gon' see. But appreciate y'all for listening to me real quick. I had a good time talking to y'all. Hey, Illy, I'm fuck with y'all. Bye.
I need your help.
You must help yourself. But that does not mean you will be alone. Look.
Am I going mad?